representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time for the finish line with Bree Marie and James Rolland. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Welcome into the finish line. This is Bree Marie with James Rolland. We've got two special guests, easily the fastest couple in Nebraska, Dylan Richards and Kaylee Richards with us today. If you don't know who they are, you will by the end of this show. For those of you that are joining us, reminder that you can listen into your car on our 93.7 The Ticket app and also watch on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and the Allo Channel 961. You can call in or text in 402-464-5685 and chat on YouTube. Please be a part of the show. We're going to talk about some fun things in the dirt track racing world today. So have any questions? We'll answer them for you. We do want to remind you that this show is brought to you by Stern Company and Eagle Raceway, and we're super grateful for our sponsors. Stern understands your business needs to run like a well-oiled machine, and it's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. We do have Stern Company on our race car, and I love having them. They do a great job. They keep my equipment top of the line. We also have Eagle Raceway. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of entertainment and dirt track racing action every Saturday night. The two drivers with us today have both been on Eagle Raceway, and they have both dominated that track. Just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. For more information, visit eagleraceway.com. James, what you got for Race Roundup?
Actually, I'm going to hit you with a total curveball.
I don't like this. Mute the mics.
No, definitely don't need to mute the mics, but I got an idea.
Okay.
This is like the third time that you've heard this from me today.
Yeah, it's scary.
I have in my hand, if the camera can see them, I've got 2 tickets to Beatrice Speedway next Friday night and 2 tickets to Eagle Raceway next Saturday night. I can have these tickets at the ticket booth with your name on them if you comment into the show your 5 feature winners from Friday night at Beatrice and your 5 feature winners from last night at Eagle. And the only hint that I'm going to give you is one of those 10, possibly multiples out of those 10, is in the room here with us. So you, the fans, are going to do the race roundup unless you can't do it by our first commercial break. But I'm pretty sure everybody listening to this show has my race pass in their pocket.
Yeah, so they're allowed to use my race pass for that one.
You've got a cheat sheet. This is an open book exam. First person to comment in on the YouTube or Facebook feed that can name off those feature winners from Friday at Beatrice and Saturday at Eagle, you're going to take home these tickets. Well, I guess technically you won't take them home. You'll pick them up from the ticket booth.
How nice of you. I was going to make them pick them up.
Nah.
You're way nicer than I am.
Well, now that I've learned how to write in my old age, I just write their names on the back of them, and the nice people at the ticket window, they hand them out. They say, hey, my name is first commenter on 93.7 The Ticket, and then they see the tickets, and there they go. So let's just dive right into conversation. We'll kind of look over race roundup. Obviously, in the area, I wouldn't exactly say that it's the most fun type of weather that we've dealt with, but
it's horrible.
we've gotten to see some pretty good racing. Bree, you got to race this weekend. Do you want to start it off, and then we'll get into Dylan's weekend?
Yes, I would love to start it off. Thank you so much, James, for that one. Actually, Thursday went really well. We fixed a few things. The team worked really hard in the garage all week. We were there every single day and playing plastic surgery with the car. We changed some spring locations and things like that. It seemed to really give us some forward drive that we had been lacking. And Thursday, we were able to win our heat race, and which whoop-de-doo. But the nice part of that is we ran, I've been trying to work on consistency, and we ran the second fastest overall lap time of all the sport mods in the heat races. We went out for the feature. We were set to start on the outside pole, which was going to be awesome. And then Mother Nature, I guess, got jealous because Mary also won her heat race. And I guess she's like, girl squad, I don't know. Mother Nature decided she wanted to win and downpoured on us. So that canceled Thursday night's races. So we'll be running double features at US 30 this Thursday. And it's also on my birthday. So golden birthday, 26 on the 26th. I'll see if I can get the gold. I don't know. It'd be a really cool Instagram caption, though.
That would be a pretty cool Instagram caption.
And then Saturday, well, it didn't go great at all. I, had a heat race and did heat race activities with it, finished 6th. And then the B feature, all on my lonesome, decided I wanted to make contact with an infield tractor tire. I think we've heard that before on this show. And I smoked that thing. I didn't know they moved, but I hit it hard enough that it moved. And that was a humbling moment for me. So we didn't make it out of the show on that one.
Smoked it like grandma smokes a non-filtered Pall Mall.
Yep, that's the one. That's what I did. But other than that, I think we still had some good laps and still had a lot of fun. Although you're hard on yourself and you look back at certain things. If you spin out, you hit the wall, whatever, you jump the cushion, you're always going to be hard on yourself. So that was a fun one in my helmet for sure.
Well, sometimes it is kind of like that. Kaylee, I saw you down in the infield at Beatrice on Friday with a shirt on. You're kind of doing, not to imply that you wouldn't, but you're kind of switching things up a little bit this year, taking a back seat to the driver's seat and help getting Paisley started. What are you doing on Fridays at Beatrice?
I fill in when they need somebody, like whether it's an official or anywhere else. I mean, when they need me, they call me.
Oh, perfect. Well, that works out.
So, Kaylee, let's talk about who you are, because you've accomplished some really cool things, especially last year, garnering the Sport Compact national title as well as Lady Eagle. Lady Eagle, for those of you that don't know, is they take every single woman driver in IMCA. So I would be racing against you in points, and obviously you dominated. And you won that thing. You were the fastest gal out of all divisions. So tell us a little bit about, Dylan, he's getting distracted with what's going on outside. We have a window for those of you who don't know, but Dylan's having a bunch of squirrel moments. We'll get to that. But Kaylee, tell us, how did you get into racing?
I grew up around it. My mom used to race factory stock back in the day. And then when I came home when I was younger and pretty much had a compact ready for me, and that's where it took off.
I like it. And what did racing mean for you? What kept you going back for more?
I don't know. I never quit. I mean, I raced every year except for the year I had my daughter. Actually, last year I did not want to race. I wanted to take a year off, but somebody would not let me and said, do one more year and give it everything you got. And we came out on top and hit every goal we could.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Dylan, as you're looking at squirrels outside, where did you start into racing? What got you into racing?
My cousins Zach and Drake Bullmeyer, they raced go-karts when I was a kid, and we never had enough money when I was a kid to do that kind of stuff. So I went to Eagle on I think a Friday night, and they let me hot lap their go-kart, and I wasn't no good at it. But I started when I was 14. Me and my dad built my first car, raced it for a couple times, and my stepdad Wade he picked me up, and we started racing a lot, built a couple cars, and we started our own web chassis, and that's how it started.
I like it. And I hear that there is a story between how you two met. Care to share?
Who's better at telling it? I think there's two sides to this story, and they're
I
both
think
probably
we
pretty
should
good.
hear both sides.
I was trying to find the year earlier today, actually. Either it was 2015 or 2016. I wrecked one of my cars, and so I decided like the next week or two I was gonna take a fast one home, and it
Mhm.
happened to be Dylan's.
So you claimed Dylan's car.
Yeah, and in compacts you get the whole car.
Oh, you get the whole thing?
Everything but the seat, the belts, and yeah.
Interesting. And Dylan, was it just love at first sight when she did that, or how'd that make you feel?
No, I was pretty mad. Really, how we met is she claimed it, and she had a license plate on her car, and I swapped her car, so I got to take her pile of junk home, and it had a license plate on it that says "Love to Race," and she wanted it back, and I said, "Okay, I'll give it back to you if you give me my steering wheel back." So that was how we started
and then
talking.
start exchanging numbers, and now you're married. And what was the hashtag at your wedding?
Hashtag claimed to be a Richards,
That's
but that was Dylan's idea.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Were there any license plates involved?
No.
You didn't have the love to race plate on the cake or nothing?
No.
Lame.
Okay, so speaking of claims, because it's kind of been a hot topic in our world. I mean, it always is. I say it's coming up new for us because one of the top dogs in sport modified racing and IMCA claimed another top dog a couple weeks ago, and that was kind of a big ordeal. And for those of you that don't know, for sport mods at least, what you can do is you can claim shocks, you can claim carburetors, and if you have what's called an open motor, you can claim that as well. So if I am also running an open motor and there's someone else running an open motor and I want that motor, aside from a few rules, I can go, hey, here's $500. Do you accept or deny this? And either you accept it and you give them your motor, or you deny it and you have to pay $1,000 fee to the sanctioning body, which is IMCA. And then you also have to sit out for 30 days. So that's kind of been something that's been going on. And I know, Dylan, obviously you have had experience with it, not only back in 2015, where you met your future wife.
I also tried to claim Dylan in 2015. I guess
Did
not
you
me
really?
personally, but somebody that was driving my car. Yeah,
Oh,
my car was used as collateral damage. I don't remember how exactly that went down,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it was an attempt.
So it sounds like in compacts you can claim the whole car. Dylan, you've raced compacts, you've raced stock cars, and you now race hobby stocks. What's kind of your take on the claim rule? Because I know I've got some opinions, but I want to hear you guys' opinion first.
I think that it's allowed. I personally don't like it, but it helps the people that don't have a lot of money. They can get something for pretty cheap. But the guys that work on their stuff, like me, we put a lot of time in at the shop, and our shocks ain't the reason that our car is that fast. So, I've got shocks claimed, cars claimed, carburetors claimed. So I don't know. It's okay. I don't really agree with taking the whole motor for $500 because you can't build one for that cheap.
Yes.
No.
Yes, and that's what I agree. And I was talking to my dad about it, and I told him, I was like, nobody claimed me from this radio show either. I'm going to be very upset with you. I told him, I was like, if somebody tries to claim me, I will deny it and I will go on vacation, because I, just like a lot of other people, you save up a lot of money, or you save up a lot of time, and even trying to build one. I built one last year, and there's still a lot of money in it. And I know there's advantages and disadvantages, but what I'd like to see is kind of what they used to do back in the day. My dad said that, like, if I were to claim, James, if I were to claim your motor, then we would have to swap motors, just like Kaylee and Dylan, you had to swap cars. Like, I wish that would be a thing, because I think that would make the claim more purposeful in that sense. Like, I don't want someone to just take my motor just out of a grudge or because they want it. Like, give me yours then, because I don't have 5 motors sitting in the back. Like, that does get expensive. So if you're willing to take mine, then you need to be willing to give me yours, regardless of what condition it's in.
Yeah, I agree. I think the motor swap should be a thing.
Yes.
It used to be, and it is not no more. But yeah, like you said, not everybody has two motors laying around
Yes.
or $20,000.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. James, what are your thoughts?
I'm kind of with you guys. Growing up at Beatrice and Eagle, you used to see the claim a lot more often back when it was the swap rule, and I think back then it was like 325 or 425 to claim, and none of these numbers for current claim prices. I mean, you've got just I'm kind of thinking of a sprint car shock package because that's kind of what I've been closest to with watching people spend money, but that's like a $3,500 shock package.
wow.
I'm sure people are spending upwards of 1,500, $2,000 in your like hobby stocks and sport mods. I just think that the claim cost should kind of match the modern cost of living just a little bit better. You know, back in the 90s, you could put a 9-to-1 open motor together and, you know, $3,000, it kind of seemed like you had some money into it. And to let it go for 325 back then, yeah, it's a deterrent, but let's try and match this up with today's pace because you don't see a lot of $3,000 motors anymore.
No. And I get the fact of like they don't want us putting all this money into our motors, but then we get handicapped so much. You're going from a 4-barrel to a 2-barrel carburetor, at least for us. And we went from I believe is up to $7,000 at one point for the rev box, and then it went down to 68. And then last year, now we're running 66,000 RPM, and the crates are running 68, I believe. I mean, that's what I've been running all year. But like you've got so many handicaps, so you got to make sure you have top of the line equipment. And again, I get it, they don't want all the money in the sport, but there's so much more money going on with tires and everything else. And it's just like, if something's wrong with my motor, I want to be able to pull the oil pan off and fix it. You know what I mean? Plus an open motor is pretty cool.
I just call them America Motors.
America Motors. I like it. Kaylee, what are your thoughts on claims?
As somebody who has claimed, obviously, back then I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a fast car for $1,500, you know, actually 500, and then I lost my car. But now seeing how much work goes into building a compact or whatever class, like it's truthfully not fair.
Yeah.
Like, and then I get the swaps with compacts, but here recently, like if my car is going to get claimed, I don't want that other person's junk because clearly they don't want it either.
Yeah.
Like it's not fair. The price isn't fair. And I understand it's to make it more affordable, but like that's not okay for the person being claimed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like there's a lot of different ways to look at it, especially on that. And I am curious for those of you who are listening, what your thoughts are on the claim rule. And if you have any questions for Dylan or Kaylee on it as well, because I do think it's a very big topic. And I think there's a lot of different ways to look at it, especially with the different classes as well. So I'm curious if you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions, well, I don't know. You probably don't have concerns. Let us know in the chat or text in to 402-464-5685 and let us know. We're going to jump off the claim train. Ooh, that almost rhymed. More bars. So we're going to jump off that just a bit. We are going to head to break. I took James's role. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
You are listening to The Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, I'm Asher on summer break and about to start 2nd grade. Thanks to awesome people like you who picked Aloe Fiber. They donated $193,000 to schools like mine. This summer, I'm using my fast internet to keep learning, and I can't wait to tell my teacher everything I discovered. So if you're a grown-up picking internet, choose Aloe, because Aloe chooses us, our schools, our town, and our future. Go to aloefiber.com to learn more.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends August 31st or while supplies last. Acres, your John Deere dealer.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
I tried to hide my cigarette smoking. Then I was rushed into emergency surgery to repair the damage smoking did to my heart. It shocked everyone because they thought I was healthy. Yet because I smoked, I had a severe heart condition that nearly killed me. My tip is, you may be able to hide your smoking from the world, but you can't hide from the damage smoking does to your body.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back to the finish line with Bree Marie and James Rolland on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, race fans, to the finish line on 93.7 The Ticket. James Rolland, Bree Fansteel, Dylan Richards, and Kaylee Richards in the house. We got the H-Man over there on the buttons, mashing them well, and we've got a ton. I I didn't tell anybody that we were going to have you guys on until last night when you were, after you had picked up the feature win over at Eagle. I was going to kind of try and keep it a secret, but I think talking about it might have worked out. We got quite a few people watching, quite a few people commenting. We've got Jerry Petracek. You've got half of your feature winners covered here. In order to win the tickets, it needs to be Beatrice and Eagles feature winners from Friday and Saturday, but you are halfway there, and that's the only guesses that I see. So you're well on your way, halfway there. Let's see. We've got a couple of questions in here. PJ Pedersen tuning in. He's helping out with a little bit of extra information for some folks over in the comment sections. For Kaylee and Dylan, this question coming from Hayden McAtee. What is your favorite track that you have won at and why?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think I know Kaylee's answer.
Kaylee's like, I've won at every track. No. I'm kidding.
I'm trying to think about it. I mean, I didn't win there, but I won my heat race at Super Nationals 2 years ago. Led the whole dance until a yellow came out, and it completely. Let's just say I finished second, so I didn't get divorced.
Who won it?
Devin Jones.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha.
Dylan told me, because I started second row in the middle, and he's like, if you go out there and win that, we're gonna get divorced, because he's never won it.
Oh, that's lame. Sore loser.
So I finished second, so I didn't get divorced.
Oh, that was nice of you. That was very nice. Look at her. So considerate. Get the woman some flowers or tires, whatever she prefers.
Well, she doesn't need tires this year.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess maybe we should let that out of the bag. I was going to say, are you going to turn any laps this year? I know you were taking the year off, but I got a feeling something sneaky is going on.
I will race a couple times this year.
Yes.
I will be at Beatrice Speedway for the Joey Herget Memorial for that $4,000, and I will try my hardest to win it, even if I have to wreck my husband for $4,000. I'm gonna do it.
You answered my next question already.
To that.
And then I'm gonna go to Boone Super Nationals, and that's all I have planned right now.
So
those are some big shows. You got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's exciting. Okay, Dylan, what's your favorite race that you've won, or series could be as well?
Probably my all-time favorites winning at Boone this spring. We won the Frostbuster night over there, and I've always struggled there. So to be able to win the feature there was pretty cool.
I like it. I like it. Boone's definitely a different animal, especially compared to the tracks that we have around here. So kudos to you on that one. And Kaylee, obviously, you'll be winning that later this year. So look forward to that and hearing all about it. What other questions do we have, James?
Let's see. Oh, we got one from old Dougie Fresh. Doug Fansteel in the house. What does Dylan think of the Choose Cone?
I like it. You know, I think it, especially at Eagle, because we've been doing single file starts ever since I started racing. I think that that's good. So you don't have to start if you have a caution on the first lap, you start 12th. You're going down the back stretch when they're going green. So I think the Choose Cone's pretty cool. Roger kind of talked to me about it at the deal with the Eagle Track Championships up in Council Bluffs. And I told him I thought it was going to be a good idea to do that.
I'd been kind of clamoring for basically anything to get Eagle to have double file restarts for the longest time. Obviously, we tried it out Friday night at Beatrice to limited success. I mean, I don't necessarily think that the Choose Cone was to blame, but God, there was something in the water on Friday night, and we just could not figure it out. So
it's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Well, and part of me
I
is
also
like,
didn't watch that race, so.
Oh, well, definitely check out the replay and get your anxiety medication, because it was an inducer.
I think every race had 4 complete restarts.
Yeah. Well, I think something that might change with that, I know that Tommy's listening. I haven't talked to him about a bunch of my thoughts on the Choose Cone yet, but I think so with the Choose Cone, a majority of the people that race at Beatrice race at Eagle 2 or race at Columbus, where they tried out the Choose Cone a couple weeks ago, and kind of it's just kind of the next big thing. I don't really think anybody's copying anybody, and different tracks are doing it different ways. I think Beatrice, being used to Delaware double file, which I feel is the superior way to start a race. I always have, I always will, and I might die on that hill. But I think if we can't get it right after 3 attempts, then we should start going single file.
And Columbus does have that rule, and I could be a little wrong on it, but I do know they have an attempt rule. And also what we had talked about in pit meeting last week before Mother Nature won was putting the choose cone on the backstretch. So that way we weren't taking a full another lap under yellow, and everybody could get caught back up, and then we go green the next lap. So that was something they were going to try out. And I hope they try that out again, because I'm curious what that would look like. And I think that would also give the announcers time to talk about who chose what lane. Like, I think you'll still have the fun factor for the fans, even if it's on the backstretch, because I think you can still see that well enough. And then you have time to talk about it.
Speak for yourself.
Absorb it. Sorry, touchy subject.
No, you're
Absorb
fine.
it, and then we're still going green the next lap, and we're good to go. So I'm excited to see what that looks like at Columbus. And I say that now, maybe it screws me over. I don't know. We'll see. I've got 2 features to figure it out next week. So
going back to some stuff going on in the chat, I actually owe this lady an apology. If you ask certain people, I don't apologize, but I do owe Nicole Allen, Dylan's mom, an apology, because for those that don't know, I haven't exactly made it public knowledge, but after I complained about the Beatrice Speedway Facebook for a lot of years, they've made the decision to let me run it. And that is a ton of work. And Friday in the heat with the hobbies running last and me.
Did you mess up?
What is the right way to say this? I had to pee like a racehorse is really what I had to do at the conclusion of those hobby stock heat races. So I ran down the stairs at Beatrice, ran out to I think the better bathroom is the outside bathroom off in the parking lot. That's another hill that I'll die on.
Okay.
And then I went in and got something to eat and got distracted, and I didn't put the heat race winner pictures up. And Nicole messaged the page, as she should. I deserve to get called on that.
Yes, you
so
do.
This morning, I had to go and run some errands, and one of those errands was supposed to be stopping at Walgreens. I was going to take that picture and get it framed to give to Dylan to give to her. So thanks for bearing with me on that one, Nicole. I'll try not to do it again. Question from Steve Brown. Dylan, how much time does it take to change setups from Friday night at Beatrice to Saturday night at Eagle?
That's also a really good one.
Well, honestly, I don't change a single thing. I have two separate cars. I have 2 separate cars. I race one at Beatrice, and then I have one for Eagle, but they're set up exactly the same. And I'm if you ever come and watch me at the pits, we don't ever change hardly anything. Maybe one spring here or one spring there. We just hope and pray that the track comes to us.
Well, that's another one of those things. Friday night, I was a little leery about how the track was going to turn out in the heat races. I know just looking at some people's Snapchats, they kind of felt the same way. And something that Joe Koziski didn't tell me this directly, but Dan Taylor always reminds me that Joe Koziski told him. But if you have kind of a crappy track in the heat races, you're probably going to have a better track for the features. And boy, did that come to fruition Friday night. That thing was 3 and 4 wide. Oh, wow. It was really good racing. We've been pretty blessed down at Beatrice this year to just have great action all the way through.
Yeah, I thought the track was good Friday for the features. You could pass finally.
Yeah, passing's always good. But then again, if you ask Tony Stewart, if you want to watch passing, you can go out on I-80 all day long.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. This one can actually go to both of you. We'll kind of get an answer from each. This one from Kaylee's mom. What's it like racing against family? Yeah. Well, hi to my mom, too. We know Bree's mom's listening.
I've been doing it since I started. Like I said, my cousins Zach and Drake Bullmeyer, they started compacts and I was racing them already, and so it can be tough, man. We didn't get along for a long time because you want to win, you race hard, and they might think you do something on purpose, or you think they did something on purpose, and your family, so you can talk crap to each other, and it's good and it's bad. It can be both.
I definitely try to hit my brother whenever I race him in go-karts. But that's because he's my older brother. So it is my fault, but I definitely get it. Kaylee, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. Last year was very difficult for me to race against my family because I was out there to win. I didn't care who was around me. I was going to do whatever I had to do to win because racing for national points, you have to have the most wins. They're as close to 25 that you can get.
You'd wreck your mom to win a championship.
A national championship? Who wouldn't?
Yeah, that's true. Sorry,
I mean,
Diane.
It's difficult because like my mom and my brother both race, and it's fun because that's how we bond. But there's nights where it's not fun. I mean, last year I door slammed my brother like no other at McCool for a win, and he was beyond mad at me.
Meh.
But
he got over it, I'm sure.
Boy, I bet that was a fun Sunday supper.
I don't think he holds grudges for very long.
You don't either.
No, I don't.
Not even the claim one?
Nope.
So, do you think that racing with family, though, also kind of pushes you harder to be better? Like a little bit in the back of your head that you want to be the fastest family member?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It's weird to talk about it because it's been my whole racing career racing against family.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, ever since we were kids, like your mom was the hero to a lot of people when we were growing up. Wasn't she the first woman in the state of Nebraska to win a points championship, or maybe it was back-to-back championships? I mean, there was a point where they wanted to force her out of that class.
I don't know. I know she was the first one to win one at Beatrice Speedway.
For sure.
And I don't know. Because, I mean, I was real young.
But where is Jack Gropp when you need him?
Yeah, he knows everything.
Yeah, he does. He's a great dude, too. Pretty funny guy.
So, you guys, Kaylee, you've also got a daughter, Paisley, who's a ball of energy. She's awesome. I got to hang out with her a little bit at the go-kart races this winter. And she also garnered her first A feature win in cage rookie, right?
Yeah, at the Nebraska Kart Shootout.
Yep. And what do you see from her? Like you grew up with your mother racing and you started racing. Do you kind of see the same pattern happening with her? Is it too early to tell?
No, I think she really does enjoy it. She got her first win at the Nebraska Kart Shootout, and then she got another win at Blue River Raceway in Crete. She does enjoy it. It's just on her terms on how hard she wants to push her kart, but I mean, she's grown up around it just like the rest of us.
Do you see a lot of the same patterns from when you were younger as well? I mean, you probably started, what age did you start at?
15.
So a little bit older. Do you see kind of the same behaviors or mannerisms or kind of like game face when she's ready to go out there sort of thing?
She has a game face, that's for sure. I don't know. She rolls by the beat of her own drum. I mean, I don't
like it.
Paisley's just Paisley.
I like it. I heard that she chose the Worlds of Fun over us today.
She did, and
rightfully
then,
so. It sounds fun.
And then she wanted to try and change it again, and I'm like, you can't just.
I'd have went in her place.
Yeah. You guys could have done the show. We would have gone on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a really bad experience last time I was on a roller coaster.
Oh, we don't want to hear, but no, I'm kidding. So with Paisley, did she happen to mention what her favorite race class is, or like what type of race car driver she wants to be when she's older, or anything like that?
No. Dylan wants to put her in a compact now.
How old is she?
She's 7. But he wants to put her in one now, so when she comes to the age of being able to race one, she's just going to be primed up.
I like it. Or she'll be bored. Maybe she'll be ready for something faster.
Like a micro. I can only hope.
Well, then your wallet's really going to be hurting.
That's all right. It's cool to see her win.
What did you feel like on her first win?
It's a little emotional, because she was new. It was only her third night out, and she won. And so to be her stepdad and work on the go-kart, and then she goes out there and does what she has to do to win, it was just a different feeling.
Yeah, I like that. And I'm remembering now, her and I had talked that if she won that A feature, she was going to be allowed to go swimming at the hotel later. I remember that being a big thing for her. And she's like, I really want to go swimming. And then she won. And I thought that was kind of funny. But.
Yeah. So the last feature that she won at Crete, if she went out there and won it, Dylan had to pay for her hair to get colored, and I had to buy her a new pair of tennis shoes.
She's just hustling you guys at this
And
point.
I also had to get shocked by a dog collar.
Oh.
I told her at the kart shootout I was leaving for Arizona the next day because the storms were getting bad. And I wanted
down
to
at
beat the
Dylan
weather.
Richards Raceway?
Yeah. So she was racing that night, and I told her, I said, if you win, she went out there in the heat race and she didn't do very good, and I'm hard on her. I get after her. I want her to win every time. And Matt Smith came over and he told her that if she doesn't pick up the throttle, we're going to put a dog collar on her, and every time she needs to go faster, we're going to zap her. She started crying. He says, okay, how about if you win, we'll put a dog collar on Dylan and you can shock him. And she goes out there and she wins. I'm like, oh gosh.
You were kind of hoping she forgot about it?
I went to Arizona the next day, and when I got back, she never let me forget it.
No, it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and she's like, when he comes back, dog collar on.
Has this happened yet, or do we have a way to get views out of this?
It happened.
It's on my Facebook, actually.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
We should make a rule that if she wins the next one, you guys have to come back on the show with a dog collar. I hope she's listening. I hope you guys show this to her.
If she wins the championship, I'll do it too.
Ooh, yeah, I like
She's
that
only,
idea.
I think, three or 4 points out of the lead.
Oh, why did I say that?
Yeah.
I love that idea. Okay, Paisley, when you watch this video, if you're not already watching it, if you win the points championship, doesn't matter which track, James Rolland is going to wear a dog collar and you get to shock him.
Dylan Richards too.
Yep, I'll do it too.
Oh, I'm not doing it. Just throwing that out there.
Well-
but I'll video. Somebody's got to hold the camera, you know?
Yeah.
Well, now that things are getting deep, I suppose we probably better jump in and thank a few of our great partners. Keep it tuned in here to 93.7 The Ticket. You're on the finish line.
What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity, positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all three? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified plumbing company that can help you fix anything from leaks to clogs, water heaters, and more. Give Deals Plumbing a call today at 402-525-7311, or you can visit Deals Plumbing online at dealsplumbing.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends August 31st or while supplies last. Acres, your John Deere dealer.
Your Nebraska Lottery announces the 2025 NASCAR Powerball Playoff. And it's a great way to get on track for a chance to win $1,000. From May 27th to June 23rd, buy $2 of Powerball, enter the voucher number online, and you could be one of 20 winners of $1,000 and a chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Roar into any Nebraska Lottery retailer and buy $2 of Powerball today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Back to the finish line with Bree Marie and James Rolland on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the finish line with Bree Marie, James Rolland, Dylan and Kaylee Richards, and then Jake Bachhoven on the ones and twos. I'm so sorry I forgot to intro you earlier. For those of you who are just now joining us, you can also listen to this full recording of the show on your favorite podcast platform next day. So tomorrow, Monday, you can watch the show, listen in. We'd love to have you. Any comments you have, we can address them next show, so let us know. We do have some comments on the text line. We would like to hear them. What do we got, Jake?
So, yeah, just a few questions off the text line from 0079 for Dylan. Says, why do you go to Minnesota to get crate motors? Is there an advantage there?
I think they're good. You know, they're not. It's not illegal to do that. So just Beckendorfs are good.
I've heard that. We've got some people in the sport mod class who also run that. And it's kind of, for me at least, I think of knowing the person who builds your motor and knowing that they've got a clean shop, or like, I know you only have specific parts you can use, but I feel like that's important too than just getting one off the shelf sometimes, knowing that it's not going to explode on you.
Ask Jeremy Baker about that.
Yeah, no kidding. Because that's very real. You can't open the pan up and do anything with the crate motor. So you got to make sure it's quality.
And I run freezing now. I got
okay.
both freezings in mine right now.
Okay.
Another question as well from Zach Bullmeyer says, what do they think of track preps?
He would ask that. Friday at Beatrice was not very good in the heat, but like James said earlier, it shaped up to have a good racing surface in the feature. And Eagle is great every night. Roger knows what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's always, I think it's kind of crazy just with how much, I know Saturday was super windy. This whole weekend was super hot, and they kind of just have to guess on what the track's going to do and how it's going to hold up. So
I walked up to Roger last night and I said, Roger, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Tommy on Friday. I have no idea how you're going to keep an ounce of water in this blanking thing. And they both ended up doing it, and both tracks turned out great.
any other questions?
That's all for the questions for now. But if you have any more, 402-464-5685.
I like it. And Dylan, Kaylee, do you guys have any sponsors, partners, friends that you want to shout out?
I'll leave it up to Dylan because
because you're taking the year off.
Except for two big races.
I got to thank my main sponsor, Kevin Kuzier, with Kuzier Painting. He's from South Carolina. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do this. SNL Trenching, Spencer and Lou Pavey and Riley Neal, them guys are all great. Spencer and Lou started sponsoring me when I first started, and they're still here with me today. Jet Racing, they build me fast race cars. Fester's Bait and Tackle, that's my stepdad Wade, and if it wasn't for him, I'd never be racing because he's my savior when it comes to racing. So I got a ton of sponsors. I'll let Kaylee finish it.
Her hands came up for those of you not watching.
Well, if Kaylee doesn't want to finish it right now, we do have one more question from the Facebook line, and we're getting kind of limited on time, but I think we can probably squeeze both of you in. Where do you see yourself in racing in the next 5 years? Like 5 years down the road from now? Sprint cars.
No. I really don't know. I'm enjoying this year that I've taken off. So I could be racing. I could be stay at home, not doing anything, not watch. I mean,
Not watching? You lying.
I know.
She is lying.
I don't know. I could be racing or I could not be.
We're probably going to be getting Paisley into a compact in about 5 years.
Apparently in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're working on that now. I'll probably still be racing. I don't want to quit. That's my life. I don't do anything else other than race. So I miss friends' weddings. I miss all the family things that I should be doing to go racing. And if you're ever around me, all they talk about is racing or watch racing or I don't know.
Kaylee's rolling her eyes.
We got home last night and he lays in bed and here comes the Dylan Richards Racing live video, full blast to rewatch everything that happened.
Did you hit him with the pillow?
No, because I'm used to it. He doesn't.
Oh,
It doesn't
I
matter
couldn't
where.
do it.
You just
Every
fall
night.
asleep to the subtle sounds of
race car
hobby
noise.
stock
James
screaming.
talking.
You know what? I used to do that when I was a kid when I went to the races. So what's any different?
Well, that's true.
Hopefully we'll be getting Paisley into something more than go-karts around then. She'll be 12. 5 years from now, she'll be 12. So.
What's kind of the top of the heap for you? What would you like to do? You've kind of gotten to do a little bit of everything from the fender car standpoint outside of like a late model. I've seen you do a little bit of stuff in the sport mods. Hot Lap Grabowski's modified because you ate that super hot sauce. Stock cars, hobby stocks, compacts. What's kind of the end game for you?
I'm not really sure. The all-time favorite thing to do would be to race a super late model, but we all know that costs an arm and a leg. So I'll stick to what I'm doing now, and I'd like to race a stock car as my main thing. I really had fun doing that, and I'd like to have one.
I agree. I mean, I've always kind of said people claim that I'm a fender car guy or people claim that I'm a sprint car guy, but my two favorites really have to be the stock cars and the sprint cars. But when it comes to all out driving, and I know this isn't a popular opinion, I think it's been said on here before, but I think the guys that can really go out and wheel anything are the people that come up
and
gals come up out of the hobby stocks. You don't have steering quickeners. You don't have bead locks. You don't have mud covers, and you're running on pizza cutters.
And they can't make a lot of changes to their car either.
Yeah, they don't make a ton of horsepower. I mean, and they just put on a hell of a show everywhere they go. I mean, no matter what the track prep turns out like, any given place that you go, any place you're watching on a streaming service, it's not odd to see the hobby stocks put on the best race of the night.
I agree.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that have raced through everything, and they say the hobby stocks are the hardest. And I would probably have to agree with that because you can't change anything with the weight jacks. You can't adjust your shock lengths. You can't put lead on it. And you don't have bead locks, so you can't run real low air pressure. So I think when a hobby stock guy gets a chance to go and race something like a stock car or a sport mod or a mod, I think they really have an advantage once they get used to driving something like that, because they can get the car to how they will like it and still drive the heck out of it. So
yep. And you just, I don't know, from an outsider looking in, I mean, I tried to race, but I was horrendous at it. It looks like, you know, you kind of have to learn how to respect that car control. I mean, to the people that like to talk to me after the races about how big of POS you are and how you're all cheated up.
Jeez,
I mean, the way that I explain it is go back and watch the replay. You watch the way that Dylan drives that car, and he can just keep it so straight. He's not constantly fighting it.
And there's people complaining about others in other classes as well. And they're like, well, how come their lap times are so consistent and da 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 da? And it's like, because they're comfortable. What they're doing with their car may not work for what you're doing with your car, but they're comfortable and they've taken the risks and they've taken the chances and they study. They sit next to their wife at midnight rewatching their videos to see how they could improve. Like, they're putting in the work in the shop, they're putting in the work on their phones. Stop crying, put in your own work, put in your own time, and try to make yourself better. And that's my soapbox on that.
Well, good. I'm glad you finally got on one.
I
Yes, I try to
guarantee
hide
I've rewatched my race from Beatrice and Eagle already, probably 6 or 7 times, just seeing where I can make improvements for myself, even though I've won both nights. But you can always improve. You can always improve your equipment. And yeah, that's what I think.
And that's why your lines look different than some other people's lines. That's why your braking, your gas, your where you're picking up the throttle, whatever, looks different than other people's. So yeah, that's my. You're a hot topic on me and my friends sometimes. I'm like, no, just look what he's doing. He's doing it smoothly. That's why he's going fast. So.
All right, we got 30 seconds. Here's some couples questions. Who's a better cook?
My wife.
Who's a cleaner person?
My wife.
Who's
A better driver.
Me.
Debatable.
Well, she took home 2 Golden Eagles.
Who's
last
the most
year, I'm just
easiest
saying.
to frustrate?
Me.
I think that depends.
Just
on what
depends
it's
on
about.
what you do. Depends on if it's Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right, well, it's Sunday night at 8 o'clock, so keep it tuned in to 93.7 The Ticket for Ricky Simmons and get your happy on.
What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity, positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all 3? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified